Hi, welcome to this dialogue with entrepreneurs. I'm going to talk to the founders who are in startup stage, a growth stage, and who are kind of looking at growing their companies to the next level. So in this series, I would be talking to founders. I would get their experiences. So today we have Murli, the founder of an enterprise product. So they're still in stealth mode, so I can't reveal more about the product. So welcome, Murli. Hi, Murli.
Hi, Sridhar.
I'm so glad that we are having this dialogue with you today. Thanks for your willingness to participate in this.
Pleasure is all mine, Sridhar.
Great. So I know you've been using iEnabler rapid innovation platform for some time. I thought we'll talk to you and figure out how it really helped you. So I have a few questions to ask you, Murli.
Please feel free to go ahead.
Wonderful. Sure. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your project? I know it's in a stealth mode, so don't discuss anything that's confidential.
Sure.
So we're going to put you on air.
Sure. Sridhar, we wanted to come out with the Gen Next strategic decision-making tool for CXO level executives.
Okay.
As we know, for the CXO level executives, time is the money.
Right.
We carried out extensive search and study of the market for the existing products which are available.
Mm-hmm.
CXO level guys, they spend a lot of time running around, working around those data intensive passive tools, and we wanted to address their pain area by providing the tool which helped them to arrive at a decision making in a jiffy.
Okay.
That was the whole idea.
Okay. Great. And before iEnabler, what was your approach to doing this? What was your approach to product roadmap?
Sridhar, let me be very candid.
Sure.
We got 3 founders in this venture. I come from sales and marketing background. Another founder of us, he comes from a operation and execution background. There's third partner who comes with domain knowledge or the subject matter expertise on this space.
Sure.
Each one of us boasts about 2 decades of experience each.
Wow.
So you put it together, it's about 60 to 65 years of industry experience. We thought, with our experience, having spent a lot of time on the services and solution space, when we get into this news area, it will be a breeze. We thought, look, there's a huge overlap of learning in terms of the work which we have done in our earlier avatars. But to tell you the truth, we started this journey 6 months before we actually approached iEnabler.
Oh, okay.
Now, in those 6 months, for us it was like always 1 step forward, 2 steps backward. We were not able to make any progress. We never met any deadlines, any milestones. That's where we had a reality check. We felt, look, we need to reach out to a professional firm which will help us to crystallize our idea into reality.
Okay.
And that's how we landed at iEnabler.
Sure. I mean, you also told me, I remember our first meeting, you told me that Sridhar calls spade a spade, and you said, if you think this is not working, just tell us that we have to stop here and we're going to stop. I mean, you are kind of looking at this as a de-risking exercise, isn't it?
That's right. And there's an adage, right? Fail fast. We are not in this space just to fail.
Right.
We didn't want to ruin the reputation and the good number of credentials which we built over the years with one failure.
Sure.
Right? And we always, to us, we always liked your approach. You always say, right, think deep, innovate fast, execute lean.
Sure.
And to us, that was a real eye-opener.
So you're saying we don't want to fail for the sake of
Failing.
Got you. So great. Sure. So, how did you discover us? Why iEnabler? At what point of time did you?
That's a good question. I spoke about that reality check.
Yeah.
And then we carried out extensive search on the net. We also reached out to a few of our former colleagues. We also reached out to our friends. The solution came from various quarters in various avatars.
Okay.
Few of them suggested that, look, why don't you take the help of big consulting firms?
Okay. Sure.
And as you know, big consulting firms, they come with a heavy price tag.
Sure.
There was also a suggestion, why don't you go with the idea management tools?
Okay.
What we quickly found out with those idea management tools was we're just there to collaborate the ideas or collate the ideas. There was not real value proposition which we are on the lookout for.
Sure.
Hence, we struck down that proposal.
Sure.
And then when we did the extensive research and background check on iEnabler and your product, it ticked all the boxes which we are on the lookout for.
I'm glad.
One on the innovation, innovation front. Second on the price front, obviously. Third, the references, with whom we spoke, and they richly vouch for your credential and capabilities. That kind of clinched the deal for us to go with iEnabler.
Wonderful. We're happy to have you. So, what changed with iEnabler in the context of your product that you're building? So, what changed when we kind of came in?
Great question again, Sridhar. And if I have to put it succinctly, I could tell 3 distinct areas. It helped us to carry out proper product discovery.
Okay.
Helped us to carry out market discovery. And product market fit. To me, that was the critical piece.
Sure.
Other piece which we can also add, which helped enhance our whole offering was in terms of unique selling proposition, because there are a lot of we didn't want to be another Me Too product in the market.
Right.
There was no space.
That's right.
And we wanted to have a cutting edge differentiation in terms of our offerings.
Right.
I'm happy to vouch the fact that iEnabler helped us to arrive at that cutting edge features for our offerings.
I remember we had this conversation about, why not a new category for us? Not many clients would ask us to do that, but then we really liked your approach. Yeah.
I'm glad that Sridhar, you brought up that topic. Now we keep talking about disruption, right? How do we disrupt without sweating, without batting the eyelid, right? Now,
so you're saying disrupt, keeping the problem in the context, right?
Absolutely.
Disrupt where it is needed.
Where it is needed.
Okay.
And also make that telling impact in the space where we operate. What better than creating a new category itself?
Sure. I actually love to work with companies doing that.
Yeah.
So you said product discovery, you said market discovery, and also you were
Product
able to kind of
fit.
get a product market fit.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a follow-up question. So what were those few aha moments that you had with iEnabler?
Look, to us, it gave us a deep insight into what we are actually doing. Now, when everybody starts their journey, you think, look, you've got a great idea. But it's only when an outsider or an independent guy questions it, then you realize that look how hollow your ideas are. Right?
Sure.
And with the iEnabler team, we are able to arrive at a deeper insight into what we plan to offer. So give us a deeper insight for sure.
Sure.
It also gave us an innovation canvas. Now, innovation is a much abused word in the industry, is it not? Everybody says, look, I want to be innovative.
Yes.
But here what we looked at was the specifics. There were key measures. We spelled out the innovations. We also spelled out the key matrices around those innovation. And we also, in iEnabler, helped us to derive at that equation, give us a meaningful interpretation. More than anything else, for me, what helped was, it helped us to sharpen the product. Look, when I started, I had confidence, then it took a dent. But I've got my confident stride back now.
Okay.
I can go back to the customer with confidence saying that, look, here is a killer product which will help to solve your pain areas. To me and to us as a founder, we got our mojo back.
Got you. And I remember your founding team telling me that you had a great experience talking to the investors. Do you want to just share some insight into that?
Brilliant. Look, there are two things, right? When we start, which kind of helps make or mar kind of moment, right? Do or die kind of situation. You need to have enough funding to survive, sustain for at least for 2 years. You also need to onboard customers, early customers.
Very important. If
right?
you ask me, customer validation is the key thing. Good.
Right?
Yeah.
So when we approached iEnabler, we didn't think of these aspects. We were trying to sharpen our ways around the product offering.
Okay.
For us, it was a pleasant surprise that You helped us to go to the
Sure.
investors, go within a template, go within an approach which will strike resonance with the investor. You know,
Sure.
iEnabler helped me to come out with an differentiator with which I could swing investors' decision in my favor.
Sure.
Importantly, like customer validation, I had a couple of customers whom we onboarded where we could check our product on the fly.
Right.
No better place than to have in a real lab where you could get that recommended or vouchered by customer, right? So when we went to the customer, we needed a structured framework. So we had, product discovery, we had market discovery, but we also needed a structured approach when we go to the customer. With iEnabler, it helped us to stitch together all those missing jigsaws.
Sure. That's great. Thank you. So, Murli, I know product innovators like you, you use iEnabler. Who else do you see using it?
Look, I've benefited immensely.
Sure.
And I can tell confidently that it's not only about somebody who starts their journey afresh, it can also be for enterprises, small or a medium or a large enterprises who got time-tested, mature product, but they want to take the next growth curve.
Sure.
If they want to hit the market with the next gen product, I would readily recommend iEnabler for them to sharpen their ways.
Sure.
And startups, early entrepreneurs, I think eyes wide shut, they should approach you.
Sure. Murli, thank you so much for spending this time with us. We wish you and your team more success. I know you also signed up for the continuous innovation work that we are going to do. So thank you for being part of this dialogue.
Thank you so much. I look forward for exciting journey ahead with your
Sure.
team.